Yes, yes, yes. What's up, Bubba Army? Coming to you once again live. Back to back, baby, back to back. We've got a packed show tonight covering everything from the Cajun Burger Cook-Off to Trump stirring the pot with Pete Rose and the Hall of Fame, plus maybe a little DIY talk because let's be real, fixing household junk is a full-time job. JR, no one knows more than JR, and I've been in the middle of it too. And of course, we're going to take a moment to pay tribute to the late, great Dolly Parton's husband, Mr. Carl Dean. But first, big update on the merch store. Some of y'all were telling us that it wasn't working, and that has been fixed. So if you've been waiting to try to grab some gear, now is the time. It is back up. Hats like these over here are ready to go. Shirts, all of it. Go check it out. Tigsbits.com. And Bubba Army, we appreciate the hell out of y'all. Thanks for showing up, watching, listening, supporting us. It means everything. So let's get into it. And I can't do this one alone. Let's welcome Mr. Blossy, the one-man posse, and good old JR the Handler.
Bang,
Gentlemen.
bang, bang, bang.
Let's go.
Yeah, coming to you
freaking
live from this weird corner I'm in. Yeah, this is beautiful. Beautiful. I got an upgrade. They said, hey, listen, I'm here checking into the hotel. Do you have any suite upgrades? And they said, well, we don't have any suites, but we have this one corner room, and I'm staying at the Castle Hotel in Orlando, and it literally looks like castle.
Looks like a castle.
And so I'm in this corner. This is the addition. This corner is the addition. There's this chair sitting over here. It's a couch. You can't see it. Look at this couch. And so I was like, that'd be perfect. And I walked in. I was like, oh, my God, that's exactly where I'm going to record from. I'm going to sit into the corner. So this is the extra 15 feet of space I got versus a suite. So here we are.
I think it looks fantastic. It's futuristic. Your mic sounds great. You look like you're having an explosion above your head. Those of you who are listening, you can't see this visually. By the way, my understanding, boys, is that this video will now start to be seen on the Bubba Army channel, on the Bubba the Love Sponge channel. Yeah.
So the visual means something now, huh?
Yeah, yes, apparently so. So that's great. We're going to start sending in the visual show as well. When does it air? Who knows? But we're going to start sending them in this week. This is the first episode that we're recording, and we're doing this again live, boys, because it worked out well last week. Got a lot of good feedback from that show.
Bubba Live. Yeah, I was watching, man.
Yeah.
That was good, dude. I thought you guys did a phenomenal job. You held it down well. Hate I couldn't be there, but man, you guys did great. So now I think this is so cool. This is super cool. We get to get in here. We get to mix it up. We get a live audience, and we get to hand it to Bubba for his podcast. You know what I mean? So win, baby.
I think this is the way we should have probably been doing it the whole damn time. But, we live, we learn. We didn't know that we could. Here we are. We're having fun with it. I think as often as we can do this, weekly, that we'll do it. If we're, if our schedules conflict and we're not able to go live one night, or we have a great guest or whatever, then of course we're gonna do that week and maybe punt the live show. But just trying to make everything work for the three of us, make everything easier, and then also bring in the Bubba Army into the fold. And then this makes it they're a part of the whole show. They're a part of the whole process. Like, hello. Like, why haven't we been doing this?
What about that good-looking dude at the bottom of our screen? Look at that cat.
Oh, look at that guy.
Fine beard's coming on.
Look at that guy.
He's got her back out looking look at that guy.
Do we got an extra guest host I didn't know about or something?
Talking about you, good old JR.
About you there, buddy. We're talking about you.
That Tipatina shirt.
I just realized I think I wore the same thing last week, but this is my favorite.
It's okay.
Mardi Gras shirt.
I'm 100% wearing the exact same shirt that we wore whenever we did this. It's okay.
Yeah. The only
We're
difference
both wearing the same thing.
Red shirt. Yeah.
You're not even celebrating tonight.
You don't make
I
me
can't
mad.
wear this shirt after tonight. Like, this is the last night of the shirt.
Corner. If I had this cool corner, I'd have brought that whole Mardi Gras banner. The only thing I didn't pack, I looked down at it, was like, I don't know that I'll have any spot.
Yeah,
dude, it would have taken up no space.
Had a perfect.
It'd have been beautiful right back there. Like, yeah. So Here we are.
Oh well. Happy Mardi Gras, everybody. Of course,
Yes.
as we're recording this, it is Fat Tuesday, which shows our dedication to the podcast that we are going to record a show on Fat Tuesday, which
And
also
talk
means,
about Mobile for an hour. This is going to be fantastic, guys. Can't wait to talk about Mobile for the next
Lacey,
hour.
you could not have thrown up a softball any better for your boy Tiggy. Quick shout out to our friends at Oak Point. Our friends at Oak Point Markets, not sponsor of the show, but you want a fine king cake next year when these come back out. Man, they make a fine one. And I got one this afternoon, because after tomorrow, they're gone. I'm hoping that they still have some. They had a pile of them, and I'm hoping I'm going in the morning.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go pick up a couple more if they still have them for sale. It ain't like they're going to throw them out. Surely they'll keep selling them. I don't think that's illegal. Do you, JR? You know, how...
Well, you can't waste them.
They were made before.
Yeah, you can't, and you can't waste them. What you gonna do? Just throw away king cake?
You don't want to waste them. Yeah.
No,
So
no. I bet king cake is one of the most foods that the least amount of waste comes from of any food there is. No, I don't know anyone who wastes king cake. You know
we
what I
bought
mean?
a damn king cake.
There's never any left. It's always gets all the way gone.
As we record this, JR, at 7:45 p.m., we bought a king cake. That was a solid about. That was at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Half of that king cake is gone. Yeah. There's 3 of us here. Half of it is already gone.
And then you
found the baby.
Then you can take the leftover, warm it up, make it into something else. I mean, it's
yeah,
so versatile.
Yeah. So I'm down with it. If there's one left at route, if I happen to go tomorrow, I would
got to get it.
Yeah.
Got to grab it. But I thought you would love this, Blasey. It led right into your softball question. So what's so cool on the back of this? I know y'all can't read it, but it has several little Mardi Gras trivia questions.
Oh, fun.
And then it gets down here at the bottom. Get ready, Blasey. This is
Play me versus
comes
Blasey
from Louisiana. Mardi Gras in America started in Mobile, Alabama in 1703.
Mobile.
Hey, Blasey, you haven't seen those answers. Ask us the question. See if me or Blasey one can get them right.
I don't know these. Yeah, but I know JR does.
It just gives more so
how
facts.
would I?
Do you? Because you're just like a walking you're a thesaurus. You're a dictionary. You're like a Encyclopedia Britannica. Like,
yeah, but half of it I say is wrong.
Here's some interesting trivia. Number one, here's the list of things. I'm not gonna. They're more so telling you facts.
Oh, I got you.
Instead of asking you questions.
Okay,
of course, the 12th day after Christmas, Epiphany. We covered that. Of course, that's January 6th. I think I said last week, JR. I don't know if that date's locked in. I think it is. I'm not Catholic, and it is locked in. It is always January the 6th. That is that is King's Day. So that is when you can start to have a king cake. That's right. That's right. This is something I did not know. I did not know yet. When Mardi Gras started in Mobile, the colors were yellow and purple. Obviously, early Tiger fans. Green didn't come about until Mardi Gras arrived in the city that hosts Tulane, New Orleans, Louisiana. So green came in because of Tulane, and purple and gold, original Tiger fans in Mobile, Alabama. Shocking.
Green coming from the dirty.
Absolutely. The dirty, baby. Representing.
I love it. I love it.
So I thought that was a great fact. The other stuff standard. King cake originated in France around the 12th century to celebrate the coming of the 3 wise men. And then the custom. Not everybody out there knows this, of course. We've talked about it a little bit on the show. But while custom holds that the person who finds the baby will be rewarded with good luck, that person is also traditionally responsible for bringing the king cake to the next gathering. So you find the baby, you bring the next king cake. It's kind of like not the best thing, really. Some would say it's not the best thing to find the baby. I would say Zelensky's the baby. Everybody.
Oh, my gosh. Trump's involved in everything, isn't he? Everything. Even Pete Rose. He's going to get Pete Rose finally in the Hall of Fame. He's going to pardon Pete Rose.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. Which, hey, we've talked about this before. I'm a big Pete Rose fan. You know what I mean?
Yes, you got to meet him.
Pete belongs in the Hall of Fame. It sucks it didn't happen before he died, but and now Trump's coming in. just at hour number 11 in the day to go. And by the way, I'm gonna be pardoning Pete Rose, guys. We're gonna get him in the Hall of Fame.
It's a disgrace. Major League Baseball, what a disgrace.
Unbelievable.
Wait till he dies, then we put him in. But then, I mean, he's going in. He's
going in, and then
he's going in.
And I saw that Manfred met with Pete Rose's daughter, like either today or yesterday, and had this discussion. So it's happening, right? It's happening. Just like Pete Rose predicted. Pete Rose said it in September. In his last interview, he said, what's unfortunate, they're going to wait until I die. He was like, to induct me into the Hall of Fame. He was like, and we all know, like, hey, this is for my family. This is for my friends. This is for me, and my fans. He was like, but we can't celebrate that together if I'm dead. He was like, so I wish we could do it now. And then he died. And so it's too late. So they're going to put him in just like they said they were going to do. And so it's going to happen. But
you
Trump,
got I hope he knew
job.
that. I want to think Pete knew it. I think he knew
know
good
it.
and well.
He knew it.
How do you
said
you keep that guy out of the Hall of Fame?
He's got more hits, 4,192. I've got a newspaper that states it. The most hits ever by any player in the game. And it wasn't steroids. It wasn't anything. It wasn't betting. He didn't bet to get the hit. He hit those balls.
Did y'all watch the documentaries that came out about him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting takes.
Yes.
Ain't no telling what Johnny Hustle was into.
Charlie was
Charlie Hustle.
Just about anything to
that was the day,
he liked
man.
To gamble.
70s and early 80s.
But he bet on himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he
was a competitor. And like his best buddy said about him, I can't remember, it was another Hall of Famer. His best buddy was saying, he's a lot of times he got in his own way, which happens. But the facts are the facts. Those hits you can't take away. So, I mean, it is what it is. The games he played, you can't take the stats away, whatever. So I've always said, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. He's got the most hits of anybody ever by a long shot. Yeah.
Not even close. It's not even close.
But but of course it would. I do think, I'm like, of all things we got to do this week, that's what we're going to concentrate all our efforts on. No offense, Pete Rose. But.
He
can handle it, man. He's doing 18 other things as we're recording this. He's addressing Congress.
Can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine our conversation tomorrow after we watch what's going to go down at 9:00 tonight?
No,
it's going to be different. It's going to change. He helped me book. So I was trying to get this hotel, and I was looking at a different hotel across town. He jumped in the middle. He did a negotiation, and I was able to get this hotel for $100 less a night because Donald Trump jumped in. Hey, I know you're trying to book a hotel right now. I got a much better rate, guys.
Better points.
Much better
he
points.
Just shuffled points around. Doge took some away, gave it back to you the way that it should be.
Hey, I'll tell you a real story. Today I'm riding with a rep down here in Orlando, and this guy, he's from New York originally, and he's had a real successful career, so he's kind of semi-retired and wanting to work with us now. So he's telling me a story back in the day when he was working at a Home Depot. He was super young in New York, and all of a sudden he looks up, and there comes Donald Trump into this Home Depot, and he's got like an entourage around him, but Trump's got this list. And he's over there looking at faucets, and he said you could tell he's kind of dressing them down. He realized as he listens to the conversation that he's being overcharged by his contractors on faucets, and he's in pricing shit himself with his crew with him and showing them how cheap it should be because we're overspending. There's no reason we should be spending this. So, dude, that's pretty amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this dude's been pretty frugal from the beginning, and like, no. Guys, this doesn't make sense. I can get them at Home Depot for $162 a piece. We're paying $400. I don't like it at all. Guys.
I don't like it. It could be better.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting after tonight, but
we're going to see. We're going to see if we're going to pay more pricing. I got a feeling that initially we're going to get hit. Yeah. There ain't no doubt we're going to get hit. We just have to hope that it actually works, because if it doesn't, man, what a loss! What a disaster! It could be the worst thing to ever happen. Don't worry, I'll fix it. I'll fix it just like I fixed the internet today.
Yeah,
fixed everything. Pete Rose, the big stuff.
Hey,
Cuba.
look, the
Hey, what is fishing?
GDP
It's
is
been a
shrinking
storm at my
right
house.
now,
Did y'all
so-
have storms just roll through your place, Tigs?
Yeah, dude, it rolled through Baton Rouge probably about 3.5 hours ago. So yeah, it should be getting to you about right now. It
hot?
may knock you
Was
out.
it hot and heavy? Did y'all have any hail or anything?
A lot of just a
Dang.
lot of wind. A lot
it
of
that
This
bad
wind.
wind's
over there?
been wicked out here today already.
I didn't
Yeah.
look to the radar because I'm
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Orlando.
it came through, man. It definitely they moved Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras was moved up in a lot of places today, so the parades could happen. Like in New Roads, they usually roll, I think, at like 11 and then 1, something like that. They rolled it freaking like 9 this morning. Other places, and hey, it came through. So yeah, weather definitely an issue. We may lose you, brother. We may lose you. We had our lights blinked a little bit. The wind was howling.
I can hear it
absolutely
now
howling.
out there whipping the leaves against the garage door and stuff. It is just it's
Yeah, I'm
all
looking at the
day today.
radar.
It's been gusts here and there
Rolling.
that were strong.
Dude, you got a band coming up on you,
Oh
brother.
yeah, you do.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Jeff
Red.
Petrowski will be seeing you here shortly.
Yeah,
he'll be now. Nothing to worry about with tornadoes, just straight line winds, but heavy. That jet stream had this storm rolling, like the storms were running at 85 miles an hour. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You probably got 30 minutes though before it gets to you, if I'm guessing. Yeah.
All right. Countdown is on.
Yeah,
you'll be good. You'll be good.
Yep.
Didn't give a shout out to the chat tonight. Like we just got into it.
Oh yeah, we just
Hey,
jumped
what's
off
up?
in it.
Stacy G, what is up? Everybody loves Tigs Bits. Everybody loves Tigs Bits. Yes. Big E.
What's up, Big E?
Big E. New drinking game. Every time Trump says terrific or best, this is the best ever. This is the best ever. It's the most terrific. You got to take a shot. If you're drinking a beer, you got to chug the whole beer.
Oh wow, that's strong.
You won't make it past the first 5 minutes of that.
Terry Wayne.
Foster. T. Wayne.
Terry
What's
Wayne.
going on, Terry
Terry Wayne in the
Wayne?
house.
What is going on, Terry Wayne? Paul Rogers. Happy Mardi Gras. What
Of
is
course,
going
Paul
on,
Rogers
Paul?
is
Happy
in
Mardi
the
Gras, brother.
house.
Put Pete in. Brian Gilson says put Pete in.
Yes.
And
Yes, put
we
Pete
agree. We agree. Amber says, hi. What's up, Amber?
What's up, Amber?
Good to see you. Good to see you. I think that I also saw Mikey. There he is. Don't believe I've ever had a king cake, Mike says. Well, I mean, they are good. I was about to say, look, if you want to make something that's not a king cake, I think you could make the non-traditional boudin king cake outside of the whole deal. I don't really think the boudin king cake is a traditional king cake. Like, I'm making that joker this summer. I was thinking about doing it today.
A king cake?
Got a boudin king cake.
Oh, boudin.
Yeah,
Boudin
king cake.
I like
So
how you try to change it the way you say it normally.
Hal jumped me, and Hal was right. So I learned
Boudin.
from Taylor, you're not supposed. You can't let your tongue hit the roof of your mouth.
Boudin.
So you can't say boudin.
Where's it got to go? Where's it got to go?
Boudin. Like, just don't let it quite touch the top.
On the
boudin.
end. On the end.
It's not a dan.
So the D-
it's boudin.
Boudin.
It's almost like you just kind of become paralyzed at the end. Boudin.
And for everybody out there, boudin is a rice and meat and vegetable and spices usually in a natural case, kind of like sausage, but made with rice and stuff. It's delicious.
Rice, pulled pork or pork.
Delicious.
I
Green
make
onion.
it. I haven't figured out how to perfect it yet. There's so many places in Louisiana that just make it good. Like,
So good.
There's no reason really.
That
to
little
figure
street
it out.
vendor and the little street push carts back in the day in Baton Rouge used to just be as good as anywhere to me. I just get that off the street. They used to have
Well,
little
you used
push
to say
carts with-
that you would do shows at the assembly center is what it used to be
yeah,
called.
there,
The
and we'd
PMAC,
go
the Pete Maravich
and we'd play
Assembly Center.
downtown at oh gosh, what was the place down there called?
the
Happy's?
it's
Happy's, maybe?
Happy's bar. Yeah.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
across the street there was one that had like a marquee out front. We played it a few times too.
Yes.
The
I know
Vault
exactly what
or
you're talking
something.
about.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
played.
dang.
We played around there some, and but yeah, when I remember we parked the van sometime, and there'd be the street cart like a hot dog stand would be, and I'd go get boudin. I remember that. I don't know if it was just because it was game weekend or not, but
Oh no, I mean it's just Louisiana, so it's just pretty much it's everywhere.
And then the truck stops, obviously, we've talked about that before. I mean, Best Stop and all those places, man. Those truck stops and places
you could get it at any truck stop in Louisiana, in South Louisiana, anywhere that you go. Not even a truck stop, just a convenience store. They make their own.
Right.
And it's not one of your big boys. It's not your Karchners, your Billies, your Best Stops, all of that. It isn't those boys. It's just, T. Wayne from Basile made that's what he's got. It's just the most dynamite stuff. Fantastic. Love it.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's nothing like it anywhere else in America. There really isn't.
And there's nothing like Bob Cook. And you add Bob Cook in the mix, and everything changes.
Bob
you know what I mean? You got
Ain't
a legend
nothing
like Bob Cook in there.
And nothing like Bob Cook in
you
America
add it with some boudin. And
Boudin.
then everything
That's
changes. Yeah.
See, we're going to learn, and I think that whenever we have Hal the Cajun Lady accent back on the show, she's going to be super proud of us that at least we're trying. We're at least making the effort.
The effort's there.
The effort's there. God, it's going to be tough for all three of us to ever lose the boudin.
Oh, yeah.
Boudin.
It's tough. It's going to be tough, but not as tough as things are going over at the Bubba show for some certain cast members over there. I know I saw a couple of Twitter tweets today, X's, posts, whatever you want to call them. And I know we had talked about the other week. He was already on what's his name's, but he was already not happy with Rhett for not showing him enough love. And then today I hear after 20, you owe me for 23 years. What's the scoop on all that? I hadn't got to dig into it. I saw it before I got ready to come in here, but
probably best that we play it. Blasey, this would be a good opportunity. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I saw it. I kind of sent the little message out to y'all, like we probably need to talk about this. The whole thing was like basically a plea to, I hope to God Blasey can explain this for us, and I have a feeling that he can. So
we'll see.
I saw like 10 seconds of it, and I was like, well, I got to stop where I can watch it.
Exactly. Let's see what this is.
How about thanking me for the 23 years that I paid you six figures?
Have you been inspired by the thank you that America has been demanding from Zelensky, and now you want your thank yous?
No, I don't want my thank yous. I just don't want you to have a weekly podcast with you and another thief rip-off artist talking about how good it used to be, or how much of a I am, or how stupid I am, or how I'm a cheater, or how I'm a thief, and all the bull that you think I am, while I continue to be able to pay my bills from this industry, have a staff, and thrive without you. Without you. I got a whole nother staff. What's the glue that keeps it together? I was Bubba the Love Sponge before you guys, and I'm Bubba the Love Sponge after you guys. And you guys are the furthest thing from what I'm doing. As far as numbers, as far as monetization. Manson, can you make a living and pay a staff of 7 people and rent studios and be able to make a living on your bullshit that you're bringing in? Same thing with you, Spice Boy. No, you can't. But week in and week out, it's how stupid I am, how much I blew it, where we would be now. You wouldn't be without me. So off. I can't wait for either one of you to watch this documentary, especially you, Matt Lloyd. Buckle the up, kid.
Wow. Sorry about that. Well, that's Bubba the Love Sponge right there if you need him. That is Bubba the Love Sponge if you need him.
That is him.
He is fired up. I mean, that got to him. That got down.
I got to him.
Down to his voodoo screen, as my old middle school football coach used to talk about. Son, you want to hit him and make his voodoo screen rattle. You know what I mean? He got down to his voodoo screen on that one. So, yeah, he's talking about Manson, man, his longtime compadre partner there. His co-host that he paid really, really well until things at the end got where he couldn't pay him, and they had their differences, and it went away. And he's aggravated now, man. Because he's got
to say the least.
Yeah, no, I get it, because now he's got like the guy who screwed him over totally, Matt Lloyd, not Manson, right? They're talking crap about him together. Just That's
So
tough,
quick-
man.
Quick time out.
Bubba's upset. Yep.
These assholes have a podcast or something, and
Manson does.
and they're just talking
Manson's got
shit.
his-
Is that
yeah.
what's happening?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So Manson's got his podcast, that he does now.
Constantly
So
throwing shade at Bubba, unsolicited. Just keep throwing better to
shade
talk
and
about.
just keep. And Bubba normally just ignores it. You know what I mean? Like it happens. And I actually hate it too because I like Manson. I love Manson when he was on the show. It was a great situation, right? You know what I mean? So I'm not a Manson hater. I wish Manson would like not talk about it too. You know what I mean? But
Right.
now, Spice Boy, he's just absolute human garbage. That's why he said it at the very end, like, especially you. I can't wait for you to watch this documentary. I mean, he's the one that stole the
That's what I was going
whole
to say.
DVD.
So
Manson
he's
didn't do that. Manson and him just had
Yeah.
differences, and it just ended poorly. But like, so anyway, man, it just sucks. It sucks. But yeah, I get Bubba's. Hey, yeah, that's Bubba. That is Bubba the Love Sponge right there. He is madder
Brian
than me,
says,
so.
was that the one who banged his sister? I don't know exactly what that means, but maybe you do, Blasey. I don't. Was one of them who?
I'm not getting involved in that.
Hey, we're gonna throw it out there. We're gonna throw it. I have no clue. So basically, what Brian, I guess, is saying is that I'm not getting involved in that either. But
her and Tarek are happily married. I'm not getting involved in anything with the past of any
allegations.
Any of that action. So
No. We don't need any allegations. We saw how that worked out with our friend Mary Kate last week. We're not going to start to dive down that road. No thank
way.
you.
Nope.
No way. Yeah, Bubba was hot though, wasn't he, y'all? I mean, but he was calculated hot. He was. You could tell that, like you said, Blasey, that got him down deep. So they must be constantly talking stuff. And like he said, they're hanging on now if they keep talking about it. And he's not done anything, crossfire with them throwing shots. And I think a lot of people are going to be interested when the documentary comes out. And I'm stoked to.
Yeah, I am too. And to Bubba's credit, don't get me wrong, and we've talked about this before. He's done a lot of things to shoot himself in the foot, but to Bubba's credit on this one, man, like Bubba paid Manson as long as he could, as much as he could, more than he probably ever should have to begin with. And then he hung in there and hung in there and hung in there, and finally was like, dude, I can't keep paying you. I'm not even making what you're making, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, how can I keep paying you? And that's when it ended poorly. So I hate that because I know Bubba was trying to hang on because that was his right-hand man. And I'm sure he's super hurt up over that whole deal, and they both are a little bit. But, like, man, let's just move on. Let's move on in different directions. You don't hear Bubba every day bashing Manson. You know what I mean? Right. You don't. You hear him responding to things.
You never hear him bash
Manson says and what's said about him. That's the only thing you hear every once in a while. So, yeah, dude, I hate it because it sucked because – you guys didn't hear them when they were together. They were magic. They worked great together. Unfortunately, you couldn't pay him. He was paying him like $600,000 a year at one time.
Jeez.
What was that when they were doing terrestrial morning show, terrestrial radio?
Yeah, dude, and doing that
and
doing the serious stuff. Even when it was dropping down, he was still making several $100,000 a year. At the very end, it was still like 100 plus. It was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm not.
And
I don't have the money.
When did it end? About the time of the Bubba and all the tape stuff. And
after that, after they moved from, from Cox over to the other station, and then they got the I don't know why I'm laughing, but the the deal with the Nielsen ratings and all that.
It's just so much. Like, I mean, we've covered it so many times, but and so is Bubba. But
and the
it's
Twitch
still,
stuff.
They
got in trouble on Twitch, and then Manson.
I think this documentary is going to be from what I understand. This documentary,
you can't,
as
make
you can
stuff
see.
Up.
Yes. I'm going to keep the documentary will be the end all be all of the whole damn thing, though. Like, it's going to be the end all be all.
Do they ship from Louisiana? Do you guys have shipping up over there yet?
It's slow, ain't it?
It's real slow.
Well, you got to be home to receive it, first of all.
No, I don't. It's actually amazing. I actually watched a guy deliver something to my door today on camera because there's technology. I can see that. I can acknowledge it. I can even talk to him. Thank you so much for the delivery. But I don't have a ring yet.
Hey,
JR?
You don't, do you?
Do you have a ring?
Well,
I got a ring, but it's not fancy.
It's not fancy like that thing, is
that
it?
one.
What's it say on the side? Does it say Tigs
when I
bits?
get my motherfucking truck back, I'm going to send y'all your ring. And then and that's it.
Does it say
I
Tigs
got to get
bits?
my truck back as whole like it was when it left here on January the 19th or 18th or whenever it was that we let whenever.
Yeah.
What about it? What about
Does it
your
say
ring?
Tigs bits on there somewhere?
It does. It says.
Shut up.
Oh, it does.
I did not know that either, JR, until the other day. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
It says Tig.
Look at that with the
Tig bits.
Fat Man
With the
dunks.
Fat
He's
Man.
dunking a donut. God, that's so good.
Royalty.
Oh, I'm so proud. I've made it.
We've never really done a full-on examination of this, have we?
We have not.
I
I
love
can't
it. Yeah,
believe
there
this
you
is just
go.
happening now. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
That's amazing.
If you guys like listening to the podcast could see
Bless
this,
you, Bubba.
I
Brantley
love
is
it.
showing us a ring that he got to receive when he went
Yeah.
down to BART, which we were unable to attend because of like life.
Logistical situations.
Absolutely. We wanted to be there, and that ring, it has Tigs bits on the side with
It
a
does.
fat man dunking a donut underneath.
Isn't that amazing?
I
love
couldn't be any more proud.
Yes, it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. Number one, I can tell you it's not as easy to work this mouse with this big ass ring tonight. Boom. And I don't
some
want to hit
hardware,
the
baby.
mic. Yeah, but it's awesome. It's awesome. Shout out to Tammy. Tammy is in the chat. She's in the chat. Welcome to the chat. I've become a Valley boy, and we got to give it up to Scotty. What's going
What
on,
up?
Scotty? What's going
Why
on,
aren't they coming
Scotty?
in? I can't see them.
Yeah, they've been in for a little bit. The chat's been
Okay.
bumping.
No,
I
I-
just wanted to give them a shout out.
Sorry. Yep. Rock and roll. I like it.
Brian Gilson says, "Can you drive under the influence of Buna?" They say you
Buna.
just screwed it up already. You can't.
really-
like,
that was
it's just an
terrible.
impossible
Buna.
word to say for me and you. For
No,
us,
I think I
we're
could do it better
we're
than
too
you.
country for it.
It's Boudin.
I think you got it, Blasey.
I think I do too.
I really do. I mean, you really got it. I do not. My thick old tongue just.
Well,
flat
Blasey's a
refuses
master
to
of-
do it.
But Blasey's a master of lingual sciences. You know, he can do all that stuff with his voice and manipulation and impersonations and all that. He's just a master. We'll never understand his ways, Tiggy.
It's okay. It's okay. That's fine. That's just part of the experience. Speaking of experience, here's this bitch. This lady.
Good Lord.
Yeah, let's just transition with a smooth one right on
Bless
over
it.
to this country lady, this CUNT, if you will.
Casey Anthony, one of
Anthony.
America's most hated women, rebrands herself as a civil rights advocate to oppose Trump. How's that going to work out for you?
Get rich quick scheme.
With the welcome to the resistance, Casey Anthony, the infamous alleged homewrecker and murder suspect who was acquitted in the death of her 2-year-old daughter, is rebranding herself as a legal advocate for women and the LGBTQ people. Is she lesbian or is she queer? I mean, like what does?
I thought she was dating guys.
This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. The so-called Tot Mom said in a TikTok video posted on Saturday, "I'm a legal advocate. I'm a researcher. I've been in the legal field since I was having sex with Jose Baez since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel it necessary if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter." Well, I don't know that you can advocate for your daughter.
Does she still have a living daughter? Does she have a living daughter now?
No.
Didn't her parents help her?
It looks like she's blaming her parents. Her parents did it.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have a relationship with them because she's saying they did it and they're saying she did it. So that doesn't make for a great Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
No. And
She blames the dad.
I wouldn't let her babysit.
I wouldn't let her do anything. I wouldn't even let her do what she's trying to do. I hope people do not flock to her for the wreck on the side of the road factor.
That is very, very, very true.
Yeah.
Wreck on the side of the road factor is a very, very eloquent way to say it, actually.
It really is.
And I hope they're right. I hope they're right.
Yeah, you could tell. Look, you could tell from day one, and I'm not here to jump on anybody when they're down, but I remember that whole deal. And like, dude, she's just not a good person. Like, whether
Not
she,
at all.
whether she like purposely did something or whatever, like she's just not a good person. Like, there's just no doubt about it. Maybe she's a better person now, but it doesn't sound like it on what she's coming out with. Like, she's coming out strong and hot and weird. Like, She's a psychopath, probably.
That's
You know what I mean? Let's just be
complete
real.
fact.
She's an absolute psychopath, is what she is.
You think
know?
after all that trauma and all that, you would just try to make peace and try to,
No, not if you're a psychopath.
live
She
a
keeps
life
trying to dig at the lie. Dig at the lie.
Yeah.
This is the lie that I told. This
And
is
now
whatever.
she's trying to blame her parents. She's
Yeah.
gonna not only not she won't take admission on this. She's going to blame her parents. She's going to pin it on somebody else.
Unreal.
Sad all the way around.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't describe her any better, in my opinion. Aaron Ryan, our buddy Aaron Ryan, says that she's been in the legal field since 2011 when she was on trial for her daughter's murder. Yeah, exactly.
There's different ways to get in the legal field, and that is one of them, I guess.
This is saying Casey Anthony's not a good person is like saying OJ wasn't a good husband. Classic Aaron.
Good.
Aaron Ryan with the zinger of the night. I think we can nominate that for the ATCO replay of the day, as they do in the Bassmaster deals. That's
Wild
great
stuff.
Nailed it, man.
Well, we didn't talk about any sports this week, but coming up soon, we got the SEC tournament and then March Madness. That'll be fun. We need to go ahead and be thinking about, are we going to get some brackets going and all that? Just heads up out there.
Yeah,
everybody. Let everybody who's into that kind of stuff, shoot us who your favorite college team is if you got a college basketball
JR,
team.
I'm going to give you a hot take right here, right now. You threw this out there, and I can't believe it because I thought about it yesterday, and I told my buddy Brett in Little Rock, I said, damn it, I can't believe, but this is the way I feel. I'm pulling for Auburn.
Really? Wow.
I just said it. Yeah.
Wow.
I love Bruce Pearl, and I've
like
always
Bruce Pearl
loved
a lot,
Bruce Pearl.
dude.
I've always liked Bruce Pearl. Liked him when he started at Tennessee and he ripped his shirt off to go support Pat Summitt and them. I know that he's won dirty, but it's legal to win dirty now. And
he knows how to coach, dude. He knows how to coach. And it's the same with Hall and Oates there at Alabama. Isn't that his name? John Oates?
Yep.
What's his name?
Close
Hall and
enough.
Oates.
Yeah.
Close. So
my
what's his
cousin
name?
Vinny.
It's something Oates, right?
Nate Oates.
Nate Oates.
Yeah.
Nate Oates, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so, dude, you know what I mean? Like, how crazy was it? I watched, like, 3 weeks ago, Alabama-Auburn playing on national TV, 1 and 2. Like, dude, there's some good basketball being played in the state of Alabama. And, hey, let's don't forget my Troy Trojans
SEC,
right down there. We just won the Sun Belt Conference, tied for it. And we're heading to the tournament, so we got a good momentum. Hey, 20-win seasons, 4 in a row. We've won 24 in a row now.
It's more than LSU, bro.
Hey, take the stairs there.
But like
my guy,
Tigs mentioned, the SEC, though, this could go down as the greatest conference in college basketball of all time, the greatest year for one conference ever. Because, I think there are 10, 8 or at least
can
8
beat anybody
teams in the
on
top
any night.
25.
Yeah.
Alabama can beat anybody on any night. Auburn can beat anybody. Tennessee can beat
Florida.
anybody on any night. Florida can beat Mississippi State's handy.
Missouri.
But yeah, I mean, top
All these
heavy,
teams
but it's going to be. I mean, I don't want to sound like the dudes on Saturday Night Live with the Bulls and the Bears and all, but I mean, is it possible that we have us a complete SEC Final Four?
It could be, yeah, right. I mean, this is as good a chance as we've ever had. It's wild.
Who wins, Alabama or Florida, and by how much? And let's assume that Florida doesn't have Ditka.
Right.
SEC.
And it's gonna be wild. Yeah, that's good stuff.
It
It's
is
gonna be
gonna
wild.
be
So we'll have to
wild.
start talking about that soon. But hope everybody's teams
gonna be good.
do well
It's
and
gonna
make
be
it to
good.
whatever tournaments and seeding they want to get to.
But speaking of sports, let's talk a little sports entertainment here, JR. Did you see the big news this weekend? It's been building for 20-plus years, and it finally happens. John Cena has turned heel.
Heel turn Cena, yes. On Cody Rhodes, on behest of The Rock. Big moment. Travis Scott came in the ring, smacked Cody. Allegedly gave Cody a black eye and busted eardrum. Allegedly.
Hit the hell out of him. I watched the replay. I think he really did hit him that hard. Did he hit him that hard? I doubt it. But yeah,
that first shot looked legit. And you got to think Travis Scott's not a real worker. He's
that's right.
He does
doesn't
it
know how
some,
to
but
totally
he's a
sell
civilian.
it.
Yeah, and they probably told him lay in it, and he laid in.
And he laid in.
Yeah, but yeah, Cena heel turn. That great move. I saw the clip, man. Great moment. The Rock giving the hangman sign,
yeah.
and then Cena holding on, and then the movie uses as one to a foot to the gonads instead of just a dirty move to start it off with.
Dirty move.
And then they pile on him and just destroy Cody.
So beautiful.
It's going to be set up for a nice little run here. And Cena still looks like he's in great shape. Obviously, Rock.
He should get a haircut. Once he gets a haircut, he'll be fine. That haircut's not working for him.
And it's kind of like Arnold ever since you saw him on like a show where he played like a kindergarten cop or something. It's like since you've seen Cena in these buddy comedies, I'm kind of like, there's the Chad guy from the buddy comedy,
Hello, you want to play goofball, guys?
But I'm sure, but he does look like he's good shape. And I've heard a few wrestlers. I think the Big Show is one of them that said of all of the people, strength wise, he said Cena handled him with ease as much as anyone. So Cena's a lot stronger than people look. So I guess core and lower body strengths. Really good. So it should be a good run. I'm a big Cody guy, so I hope all these dastardly devils get their due. You know what I mean? I hope the good guys win. Come on, Cody and Team America. Let's go.
As Paul Levesque, Triple H says, does it feel like WrestleMania now? Does it feel like the road to WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yes, it does now.
Now they got it figured out. And we talked about this on the show. It's like, where do we go from here? Where's the turn? What do we do next? How do we continue to elevate this moment, for Cody Rhodes? And here it is. Like,
Cena turning heel was not on the cards for me.
No, it was not. It was not.
Hey, and WrestleMania will be in New Orleans, I believe, next year.
Yes, WrestleMania next year. It was announced 2 nights in NOLA, Superdome, baby. Yours truly has full-on intentions to be at that Joker both nights.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think that we need to get a Tigs Bits backstage pass somehow or another.
Why would we not?
I don't know how we get one, but I think it's time that we start to chat.
Working that.
Bubba Army, you guys, Bubba.
Happen. Yeah.
If you hear this, help us out. Our boys at Over the Line says the Vols are going to take it all, even though he loves Bruce Pearl too. Vols look strong. Love the coach. Man. Love the coach. Love Over the Line.
Drew. That whole crew, man. That's so good. That's so good. I listened to the first podcast with Bubba and them when he came on with Bubba and did that. I was listening to that the other day. I had to pause it and finished it up. Fantastic job, man. Awesome. Just can't wait for more of what's to come.
They do an amazing job. They do an amazing job. I'll tell you somebody else who did an amazing job. Carl Dean, the now late great husband of Miss Dolly Parton, who passed away here the past couple of days. Man, what a dude who lived kind of lived under the radar. What'd you say, Blasey?
I said he put up with a lot. You know what I mean? Think of how many jokes were made about his wife's tits. Like, just to talk about that. You know,
let's just throw it out there.
Real.
Yeah.
Like, so she's obviously Dolly Parton, like just legend, queen, unbelievable the way she carried herself. But like, at the end of the day, like, he's like, man, come on, y'all just got to ease up here. Like, Islands in the Stream, Dolly Parton, like, all these.
Kenny was trying to hit it.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no doubt.
Yeah.
Probably did hit it. I don't know. That JR says no. This is probably a little uncomfortable for JR.
Yeah,
no. We're tapping into a little too much, maybe.
I think taking it a little too far.
We are. It's
what
everybody thought, though.
Try to get across, though. Yeah, it would definitely be tough to be Dolly Parton's husband for 60 years, over 60
years.
Isn't that crazy? That's so cool, man.
I think dude's just big old slinging D is what he was.
They just had that. I've never met Dolly Parton. I've been around her in the same room maybe once or twice, but never got to really meet her or talk to her that I can remember. And she, but yeah, the stuff, and you talking about a global superstar. I mean, she's up there with like Michael Jackson. She's in rare air with a half a dozen maybe artists of all time that are recognized anywhere in the world. And had just a long career, a successful career. And the thing with her and Carl Dean was, he never came out. You never saw him. You never saw him in anything. He accompanied her when he needed to, but she went to work and came home. They had their spread up there in Tennessee, and they just had their deal, and it worked for them. He wanted to stay out of it, so he didn't have to deal with it. She had to deal with enough, but they, she was
work, man.
You know what I mean? They made it work,
work.
and she was a rock star for the way she carried herself through all that, because you never saw her getting any crazy drama with anybody or nothing. She just kept to herself, and like I said, he stayed at home. You didn't see him out spouting off to somebody or getting in a fight at somewhere. Nothing. They took care of business, and they had a good life at home, and obviously it shows because, like I said, they were together for over 60 years. So,
I didn't know what the man looked like
amazing.
until today. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
he's a good-looking dude. He's a handsome guy. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I
that's
get
a
it.
guy.
Yeah, I get it. Old Dolly,
yeah.
Dolly ain't no dummy.
He was cool.
We
He's
know
probably a
that.
good dancer. Probably could cook like a madman. Handle his
You
handle
know
his
he
wine.
can.
But
Yeah,
I'm sure they had a good time. And I think Dolly was is one of those treasures, like I said, like a Louis Armstrong, like the handful that are really just worldwide acclaim for the right reasons, and did a service to the world. But there's the side we've talked about on here that I've privy to this info a while back, and it was always somewhat rumored, is Dolly is got her own side, and that's how in these things you would never know, just like you don't know their personal life at home. But her with the tattoos on her arms that no one's ever seen, and she keeps covered up, the half sleeves and tattoos that Dolly has, that she's admitted to. They are there. I knew this. I got this info from an insider that worked in the entertainment fashion
Saw
type
them
world,
with their own eyes.
and knew about it. And but she's talked about it on a Today Show or something. She's admitted she's got them and this and that, but she always kept them. But never showed. Always wore the makeup or the sleeves. Anytime she wore a dress or anything, it always had sleeves that went with it, down to her hands. She don't have anything on her hands, But go back and watch. It's a trip, man. It's a trip.
Carl Dean liked it.
So I say all that to say they did good at separating work and home. They did a good job at separating work and home. It worked, like I said, because their marriage lasted for 60 years, and it worked because she earned a ton of money, did a bunch of charity, and was a huge global superstar for a long time.
Yeah, I bet she got home after a long tour and then looked at him and was like, "Tell you what you can do there, Carl. You can catch me." Go.
Yeah.
And took off running. You know what I mean? And just the rest is history.
She probably came home. Carl
amazing.
had a fresh, fresh caught fish somewhere grilled up for ready to go. Some garden
herbs from his garden.
Yeah, a fire going. Their favorite record on.
What's up,
a bottle
baby
of wine
doll? It's just that belly rubbing music right here.
And I can't remember exactly, but he was. He did things as well too, though. He was.
Yes, I know. No, not to belittle Carl Dean whatsoever.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Carl Dean was way more than just Dolly Parton's husband.
Yes.
Very obviously, Carl Dean, an American badass in the absolute truest form, to be able to have a woman like that just fly under the radar, apparently not give two shits.
And she comes
a
home
slinging
every
D.
night to him.
That is what he is.
Yeah, y'all.
Man.
Y'all going crazy over Dolly. She's coming home to me tonight. Like JR
And I wish I'd have
said.
looked it up.
I'm cooking some trout tonight. You know what I mean?
I wish I looked it up, but I'm sure
Islands in the stream.
I think he was in the service. I mean,
Yeah.
he had a successful businessman. Maybe I can't remember exactly, but he was a success in his own right too.
He didn't care anything about tooting his own horn, though. That is absolutely obvious, because none of us can really even say what he did outside of being her husband, and that's amazing because he was the man.
The man.
The man.
Absolutely. Right. Roll him easy.
Man.
That's right.
Well, I wanted to talk about one last little thing. Here's some DIY projects. JR, no one is better at this than you as we talk about it. I guess unless Blasey has a redneck story for the week this week, this is kind of a redneck story in a sense. I'm a quasi-redneck. Some would say I'm a redneck. I do not label myself in that form at all. Not because I'm offended by it. I don't think that I'm owed that honor. I don't think that should be bestowed upon me, just like someone would call me a Cajun. Feel the same way. I'm not at all. But today, I've done some work on an old heater, on a dryer, and the heating element's gone out, taken off the back, cleared out pipes, the exhaust, all that stuff, still not drying. It's just not getting hot enough. And I have an American made by the good people in Wisconsin, Speed Queen. our friends at Speed Queen, who make really good products and very easy to get into because it's American made.
Yeah, good old Speed
Super
Queen.
easy, man. $63 is all it's going to cost me to fix the damn heating element in a dryer. I
So
can't
you did
believe
this
it.
yourself? You did this
I'm
yourself?
going to do it myself. Yeah, I'm
That
going to make a
feels good,
video of
dude.
it.
There's nothing better than doing something yourself. And
Isn't it great?
Oh, it feels so
The
dang
sense
good, man.
of accomplishment.
Unbelievable.
that
I
you
worked
get.
on my son's truck, and I've replaced several things. And boy, you fire that thing back up, and it's working. Like, you talk about just, you want to strut a little bit, like an old rooster, like a old banty
Yeah.
rooster out there. You know what I mean? Just kind of let them know a little bit. So, yeah.
I started
Awesome,
strutting
dude.
as soon as I
Congrats.
found the YouTube video, and I went, "Yep, that's my exact dryer." And wow,
Yep.
that's so easy. And then I
It
went
is.
and looked
Let's
at
do it.
mine. I took the bottom off. I went, "Yep, this is going to be so easy." Now I haven't done it. God knows I'm going to run into some problems. Maybe I'm peacocking a little bit here
Yep.
before it gets in here in 2 days, but I don't think I am. I'll tell you tomorrow because I'm going to go ahead and clean it out, get all the lint out of there, and just have it ready for the heating element. But man, there's just nothing better than that sense of accomplishment. I'm excited
Absolutely.
about it.
JR experiences
JR probably
every
he
day.
experiences
Probably
it
4
daily,
times
so
a
that's
day.
why I
4
bring this
times a
up.
day.
Like, what happened today that you're like, you fixed a dryer? Well, listen to this.
No. I get it. I've done so much today I can't even remember, boys. But true story.
Damn it, I believe it.
But I had to fix my dryer, and that was an early DIY trick that really let me know on certain things you can definitely do it yourself. Because I had a dryer go that the basket quit turning, and one of our dryers I have out here in the shop because we
Belt
have
broke
the
or
set.
something.
Yeah, so I figured that out. Watched a video. My dryer, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
I didn't
there it
even have
is.
to buy anything. It just came loose. I just reattached what was already there, a little
Even
spring that
better.
went to something, or put the belt back on it and attached it back to the pulley and put the spring on, and boom, it was working fine. It
Bam.
just came loose. Yeah,
I love it. Those DIY projects.
Oh,
Man.
it's-
it makes you
it's
feel
so-
so good when you can fix, because somebody, but if you think if you had to pay somebody a couple of $100s to come do that, it sounds outrageous. But for somebody to come spend the time and effort to get it done, that's what
Drive to
it
your
costs. For
house.
them to have a business
Yeah.
license and an insurance and a truck and a
Oh,
tool
yeah.
to
Dude,
come for an hour or half an hour to do that costs a couple $100. Just what
And
it
I'm
is.
sure
So
I
being
broke
able
the
to-
warranty. I broke
Yeah.
the warranty on the Speed Queen by opening it up myself. I'm
Right.
sure, but
Things
I really
like
don't,
that.
I don't really
Yeah.
care.
you
I
saved
mean,
things like that.
so many dollars. So many
Tons.
dollars. It was
Yeah.
so worth it. I remember I had this 2015 refrigerator, and it was going out. It was trying to kick on, and it wouldn't kick on. It was cycling. It was like, and I called in, was trying to get somebody to come repair it. They're like, no, it's done. You just got to get a new refrigerator. And I just refused for that answer. I was like, no, there's no way. Like, this thing looks good. It sounds good. It just won't stay on. Like, there's got to be another solution. So I started getting on YouTube. This is 2015. And I found I take a 3-in-1 switch, and I can go in there and rewire it and run it through that 3-in-1 switch. We can bypass this. And dude, I've actually got a video. I'm gonna send it to you, and Brantley, you can put it on there. I was so excited. It's the first time I ever recorded something like that.
Yeah.
And I wired it in, and I fired it up. She just started humming. Dude, you talking about like Michael Jackson moonwalking? You know what I mean?
anything.
Like, you just, dude, I just saved us like $2,000. Like,
Yes.
it's on a $12 3-in-1 switch. Like, so
Yeah.
Unreal. Hell
It's
yeah.
great. It's great.
I love it, man. Yeah, there is just nothing better. You just can't feel any sense of accomplishment bigger than that. You're at the front of the Titanic. You're at the front of it like, I'm the king of the world, baby. And that's how you are on Mardi Gras. That's how you are. Bring it all back. Just bring it all back. Well, boys, this has been a good one. Happy
It has
Mardi
been.
Gras to you out in the chat. We will be back on Thursday night. I think I may be solo. Blasey may be able to join. I'm not sure. I know JR will be rocking in the free world somewhere. Where are you playing this weekend, JR?
Tulsa Thursday, another spot in Oklahoma Friday, and Bossier City Saturday.
Oh, you in Bossier City, out CenturyLink or whatever it's called at Brookshire's Arena. You're at the
We're at the Horseshoe.
Oh, you're at the Horseshoe, even better.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I
wow.
love the Horseshoe.
Tell Sylvester Stallone out there in Tulsa I said hello. You know, I hope
right.
the Tulsa
Tulsa
King's
King.
doing good out there.
Living on Tulsa time.
That was my
Ron Williams
thoughts,
song
too.
every time I hear it.
Living on Tulsa time.
How many times you think a band comes from out of town and plays that while they're there?
Every single damn time.
How many times do you think a band goes to Statesboro, Georgia, and tries to play Statesboro blues?
Well, I'm sure more than should, but how many actually do that well? That's a better question.
There you go. That's what we'll leave you guys to ponder on. Thank you, Tigs, Wigs, Bubba Army. We love you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in each and every time. See y'all next time.